How we doing, folks? Welcome to Flying with O'Ben. Ooh, this sun is hitting right. Look at me. Oh, yeah, I might be handsome. Wait a minute. But welcome to Flying with the O'Ben channel. Somebody did ask me, what is it called? You could tell from the title. Somebody asked me how long does it take to become a pilot. Uh, and I was sitting here thinking about it, and it's just like, that don't even, that, hold on a second. I always gotta cross the street when I'm walking. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Video's rolling. You know, welcome to O'Ben channel. Like I said earlier, we don't edit videos here. We just keep it all the way real. So, but I need to find somewhere to sit down so I can talk to you guys real quick. But what you might call it? How long? From the title, like you see, how long does it take to actually become a pilot? And I thought about it, man. It depends. It 100% depends. And it literally comes down to the individual. So I think the best way to answer this question, I'm going to tell you how long it took me to become a pilot. And, hopefully that kind of answers the questions because, here on my channel, I'm all about, transparency and accountability equals growth. So I'm trying my best to be 100% honest when answering these questions. And it took me, and I think when they ask the question, they are wondering how long it actually takes to become an airline pilot, which is different. You know what I mean? There's different types of pilots. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Flying with O'Ben, where I talk about my life and my journey and everything when it comes to aviation. But again, the question: how long does it take to become a pilot? But I'm going to answer how long it took me to become an airline pilot, a commercial pilot for an airline. Yeah, I'm at the main line right now, but I'm not going to include that part of the journey because that takes a little bit more time. But just becoming an airline pilot, then typewriter and all that, how long did it take me to get to where I'm at? All right, well, full transparency. I started, the way, I'm going to be honest, because the way I went about my journey isn't really the smartest way. I have to be honest. It's not really the smartest way as far as social and everything. But enough rambling. I'm going to answer the question. I started my aviation journey back in 2017, actually. The ending of 2017, more like the beginning of 2018, actually. I started my journey. I went to a Part 141 college, which is, for those of you who are new to aviation, I could make a separate video of what's the difference between 141 and 61 when that time comes. But I went to 141 college, which means I was credited for taking college courses that kind of towards aviation, which means typically you needed 1,500 hours to go to the regional. I only needed 1,000 hours because I had a restricted ATP. But I digress. I started back in 2017. Let's just say 2017, early 2018. Went down to Middle Georgia State University. It's in the middle of nowhere, Eastman campus to be exact. That's where my journey started. I did my private instrument commercial, then CFI, CFII, and then I did CFII, and then I went back to get my multi add-on, and then I also have my MEI. So in total, let's just say I started in 2018, and I didn't get my first airline job until early 2021, 2022, which 2021, 2022. So for me, it took me about 3 years to get to the regional airline or whatnot. But I'm gonna be honest with you. The way I went about it, it's not healthy, dude. And what I mean by it's not healthy. I was on a grind. Like I was on the grind as far as like my goal was to get to the airline at all costs. So what I did was I moved down to Eastman, Georgia. Got me an apartment every day. I treated it like a 9 to 5 job. Is that I was training, or I was flying, or I was studying. Yeah, I had a warm-up job at one point, but it took me about 3 years. But I've seen it take people 5, 6 years. And just like I'm saying, like the question is I can't really answer the question generally because it comes down to the individual. What is your situation like? What is your setup like? What is your finances like? So it's not a question I could just, one size fits all, because it's gonna come down to who are you as a person. Do you like structure? Do you want to just do free flowing? So yeah, it took me about 3 years, give or take, to get to the airline, and I've seen people do it under 2. I've seen people do it in 5, but the journey is different for everybody. And I really hope I answered your question. It's just one of those things that it comes down to the individual and what kind of budget you have, what kind of time you have. And, of course, please keep the questions coming. And hopefully I'm going to do my best to answer the questions as much as I can to the best of my abilities. But it could take you anywhere between 3 to 5 years, give or take. 3 to 5 years, if you really buckle down, treat it like a regular job. I'm talking about from Monday to Sunday, you're busy, you could do it under 3. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, once again, thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch a 6 minutes video or whatnot. Please leave a comment down below. Keep the questions coming. I love this, because here, what I'm trying to do here over on my channel, or regardless of where you're watching this, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or whatnot, what I'm trying to create is a community where we help each other out. Be it you're a pilot, or you're trying to become one, or you're in aviation, or you're just trying to do, head in that direction. My channel is going to be, focus on aviation, of course, but eventually I'm gonna be talking more about other things when it comes to aviation and my life in general. But yeah, questions like this I don't mind, as long as it helps somebody out. But yeah, about 35 years, give or take. But once again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. For real, I appreciate it. Thank you. And you already know, transparency plus accountability equals growth. Transparency plus accountability equals growth. Thank you, guys. Catch you guys later.